What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna do Korean Air first class from New York to Seoul for 14 hours in the air. Let's go check out the lounge. Our experience begins at the Korean Air first class lounge here at New York JFK. It's not too much of a lounge to speak of. Both the seating area and the buffet are pretty small. For dinner, we have some buffalo chicken wings, we've got some Korean bulgogi, and then we also have a bit of fried rice. And then there's some cold items and alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks as well. Gotta be honest, guys, for an international first class lounge, this one really isn't that good. Hopefully, the onboard experience will be better. One reason I'm super excited for this one is that it's going to be on the Queen of the Skies, the 747. Hey, one name, please.
네, 감사합니다. 원웨이십니다. 앞쪽 안내를 부탁드립니다.
Thank you very much. And this is Korean Air First Class on the 747-8. They only serve juice on the ground to avoid paying taxes on the champagne here in the US, so we'll have to wait for the champagne. Let's have a comprehensive seat tour. The entertainment screen is found at the very front of the first class suite. On the side, you've got two literature pockets, and underneath that, you have the ottoman, which, unlike many other first-class products, cannot be used as a buddy seat for dining face-to-face. Underneath the ottoman is a little storage space for any carry-on bags or personal items that you might wish to keep with you during the flight. Coming across the suite, you have a little bit of surface space, and then we arrive at the storage compartments. There are 3 separate storage compartments. This one is pretty deep and large. This one over here contains the entertainment controller, the USB jack, and the headphone jack, as well as a set of seat controls. And finally, this one over here, if I can open it, is a smaller storage unit for some loose items. Then you've got this light for your suite, which I really like the look of, and a set of reading lights on the opposite side. Let's take a look at the tray table too. It opens with a push of a button like this. It's a really heavy table.
We welcome you on board Korean Air.
좌석 벨트 사인이 켜지면 벨트를 매주시고 풀 때는 덮개를 올려주세요.
Here's a bit of the takeoff action for all you aviation geeks out there. Feel free to skip ahead if you want. So one of the problems with these late night flights is that the meal service on these late night flights to Asia are often reduced. You can see that the supper list is actually kind of short over here. And that's a real shame because you don't get like the 5-course meals that you would normally get on these Asian airlines. I think there's only going to be one choice for me for my supper. It's going to be the bibimbap. Okay. Thank you. So there's no caviar on this flight, but we've got tuna tartare instead. And it's very good. The tuna tartare was indeed very good. It came with a lovely sesame oil dressing, as well as some scallops and lemon juice to go along with my champagne. And as an ardent seafood lover, I finished every bite. I then switched to the Chablis French white wine to go with my main course of bulgogi and bibimbap. They've even got this bibimbap guide in case you've never had one of these dishes before. It teaches you everything you need to know to eat bibimbap properly. You know those Korean eating shows? I believe they're called mukbangs, where somebody's just eating food in front of a camera. I feel like somebody's got to do one of those on a plane. Alright, so the meal is over. Finally, here's the proof that I've basically managed to finish everything on my plate. You know, I was complaining earlier about not having the full 5-course meals. I'm not complaining anymore. This was huge portions, amazing bibimbap and bulgogi. I'm super full, and I'm ready to finish my wine, finish my champagne, and go to bed. The dinner on this reduced overnight meal service would finish with a fruit plate, as well as some tea, and after that, I headed to the lavatory to freshen up. So the first class lavatory on the Korean Air 747-8 is pretty large. I'm about to go to sleep real soon, so it's time to change into the pajamas. And here we are. Looks pretty fresh. I mean, normally I'm not a huge fan of this beigey, creamy color, but this one actually feels quite nice, and I do love the buttons as well. Now, because there were only 3 passengers tonight on this first class cabin that has 6 seats in total, I got the flight attendant to make my bed in seat 1J opposite me. Alright guys, so this flight has been tons of fun so far, but it's super late now. I think it's like 3 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. So I really do need to get some rest. See you later. After sleeping very soundly for about 7 hours, I woke up and ordered another cup of tea to perk me up, as well as this bowl of ramen. Now, anytime I'm flying on one of the Asian airlines, it's the Japanese airline, Chinese airline, Korean airline, I'm always very eager to try out their noodle dishes, which is almost always on the snack menu that you can order at any time during the flight. So let's see how this one compares. It's very, very good. After noodles, I ordered a glass of Johnny Walker Blue Label to sip on as I worked on my laptop for a few more hours. Now, Korean Air doesn't have Wi-Fi on many of their planes, which means that I had to work offline. Pretty soon, as we were approaching Seoul Incheon, I was treated to a particularly turbulent breakfast. Cereal and yogurt was followed by a Korean oxtail soup with a traditional spread of side dishes, as well as a fruit plate and a very well-crafted cappuccino. I've just changed back into my street clothes. The flight is coming to an end, and I'm really sad. It's been 14 wonderful hours. Let's check out the landing views. See you next time. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Alright, so I've just landed in Seoul. It's about 5:30 a.m. here, so it's pretty dead, and I've got a few more hours to go. So overall, I thought Korean Air First Class was very, very impressive. I really liked the seat itself and the nose of the 747-8. I thought the seat looked really nice with the exception of the baby blue finishes on the seats. I don't really know what Korean Air was thinking with those finishes, because if they had made it just a little bit nicer of a color, then it would be an awesome, awesome seat. Now, beyond the seat itself, in terms of the food and the service, both were really, really good. I thought the Korean food was amazing, even though it was a bit of a reduced meal service, and the flight attendants really went out of their way to ensure that I had a comfortable flight. So I really wouldn't hesitate to fly Korean Air first class again. I just wish that it was a little bit easier to book their first class, because now that Korean Air and Chase no longer have a partnership, it's kind of hard to earn their points and book first class. But overall, I've had a wonderful experience. Now I'm on my way back home for Chinese New Year, and I'll see you in the next video.
Using non-approved electronic devices during the flight. Additionally, it is a priority to turn